Gentlemen,
I am dying right now.
Welcome back.
That
Jeez,
was
it's
awesome.
been what, 4 months now, something like that.
Yeah.
As the title suggested, about freaking time, huh?
We had no idea on that intro, too.
That was
all
totally
Mike.
surprise to
Yeah.
everybody.
That was
Figured
terrific.
have a little bit of fun to get us all back together, and thank you to all three of you for
Anytime.
taking time out of your busy schedule. And I know
that
all
really had
three
me
of you
going. I was going to go
have
grab some
going on.
popcorn.
Right. That's it. I thought we were doing a movie here.
Yeah.
And you know, the funny thing about that is I found that there's an app somewhere, like a program that you could take the Star Wars text crawl, and I think it costs like $10 to do it. But knowing me, you know, the way I work, I wrote something up, I bought it, didn't like it, went back, edited it, bought it again. So I ended up paying for it 5 times because
Just for the crawl?
Yes, because I kept looking at it and I'm like, I got to change this. I felt like George Lucas, except
there you go.
You know, it was just costing me more money every time to do it, but it had to be perfect. And
you're committed, Mike.
That's kind of that's the way I like to look at it too.
Yeah.
So again, thank you all three of you for stopping by this morning.
Well, thanks for the chat for stopping by.
Yeah, and
it's good to hang with everybody
a bunch
again.
of guys going on there already. Stock Jock was here.
Yeah.
First
Ralphie.
Thing, Gamer Fridge, Andy,
all the usual suspects.
Yeah, man. I mean, Johnny Blaze, Ralphie's good to see you, man. I haven't talked to you in a while. Goofy Foot, Mike Hawk, Jay Pace, Damien. Did I forget anybody? Saying Spirits, Ted Adam Green. Man, we got everybody.
Everybody's
here. Tommy
awake.
V, Julio.
Raise your hand if you had a hard time getting up today.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
And battling a cold, my throat's not feeling that great. So it's fantastic. I wasn't calling off this for nothing. I don't care. Even if I was sick to the stomach, I'd have been a little bit lower.
You would have wore an adult diaper. That's dedication.
I mean, as we just learned from that intro, I am, if anything else, I am dedicated and committed. So I'm assuming everybody here has probably seen Spaceballs at least once in their lives, right?
Yes.
Probably some of us more than once. To me, it was one of my favorite parody movies growing up, just because of being a huge Star Wars fan. I kind of feel like you almost have to like Spaceballs.
Every Star Wars fan in the world has to like Spaceballs.
Right, exactly.
You are a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen Spaceballs and you haven't lived. Like, what the hell's going on?
I mean, George Lucas himself is a fan of Spaceballs and signed off on the movie.
Yeah, but I heard that a while ago. I thought that was kind of odd that Lucas had to sign off on it, because you can make a parody without anybody approving it. You know.
Yeah,
but
that
it
is
probably was
weird,
just better. Probably was just better because Lucas signed off on it. They were probably able to do a lot more than they would have been able to in terms of really going in on Star Wars.
That's true. I know Lucas didn't want what's his name to dress as Han Solo. He didn't want him in the outfit. That was like his one thing he didn't want him to do.
Yeah, there were a couple.
So he dressed him like Indiana Jones instead.
yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, Bill Pullman, Lone Star.
Yeah.
Yep. And the one major thing for Spaceballs was no merchandising. That's what the joke was in the movie.
Right.
You know, that was George Lucas's one big thing. Like, hey, you could do this. I'll sign off on it. There can be no merchandising because he didn't want it to compete with the Star Wars merchandise that was being put out at the time.
But
you imagine?
Again, I go back to it. I think he would be able to do it if he wanted to.
I think so too, because
what if they did it now?
It's actually one of my childhood memories is my parents taking me to see this movie as a baby in the movie theaters. Spaceballs. Yeah,
I definitely didn't see it in theaters. But I don't even remember the first time I actually saw it either. But I remember when I did, I'm like, this is amazing.
It's a beautiful movie. Yes.
So going back to, let me see if I can find it here. The whole merchandising thing. You're gonna have to bear with me because it's been a while. I'm a little bit rusty. So if I accidentally end the stream, we'll just pack it in and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it right here. So you remember this scene right here? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So did you guys ever pick out what was actually on the merchandise? Do you see it now? If you have you seen it before? Have you noticed it before?
It looks like Optimus Prime from here.
It's actually exactly what it is.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Are you still seeing everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did it switch over?
You got a
So
little
this is
bit of
what-
some ads going on in the
Yeah, you got-
background, but
yeah.
but it's still there.
Okay. So then that is what the deal was. You couldn't do any sort of merchandising whatsoever, so they had to figure out a way to get around it. So yeah, that's what they did. They just used random
So that was-
things, and this was Spaceballs, the coloring book, what they used in the movie right here. Just straight up Transformers. Even says Return to Cybertron. Just Optimus Prime slapped on the front of it.
That's funny.
Yeah, you gotta love Mel Brooks. I mean, and there was one other thing. It was the lunchbox, which I want to find.
I love the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the toilet paper.
A lot of this stuff now you can. I mean, there's a lot of aftermarket merchandising. I mean, as you can tell
Of
by
course.
my shirt right here. I mean, yeah, this was the lunchbox they showed. Again, Transformers taken right from a Transformers toy package. And yeah, you go on Etsy and stuff like that. You could find all this kind of stuff now.
Those were the best lunchbox. I had a Rambo.
Yeah,
Lunchbox,
I
just
mean,
like that.
they came with the like the thermos and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you couldn't wash it though, because that was like a sticker on the front.
yeah,
So eventually it would peel off.
Yep. Yeah, I think if
So
you grew up in the
just
80s,
because Lucas told Mel Brooks not to make any merchandise, he decided to put that in the movie. Is that what the whole thing is?
well, I don't know if that was the reasoning behind it, but I think, yeah, I think that's part of it. It was like, okay, we're gonna kind of make a joke about this, being that that's where all the money. What did he say? The one quote was like, that's where all the main movie comes from, merchandising.
Yeah, right.
So
and
then
then
he opens this shop up with all this phony merchandise. Yeah, toilet paper, like Zod said, or the flamethrower, and because they weren't allowed to do any merchandising. And it was the one scene
Mel Brooks
in the
is
movie.
still alive.
Yeah.
Jay made that comment. I'm like, I didn't.
is he really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So who is this trivia? Who is Mel Brooks? We probably did this a while ago. Who is his wife? What movie is she best known for? I think she passed. I think she passed away. But what movie?
I feel
is
like
Mel-
we did do this, but I can't remember. This Return of the Jedi lunchbox. Yeah, those things were huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
got nothing on
Spaceballs, the
that.
T-shirt, the coloring book, Spaceballs, the lunchbox. The breakfast cereal, which was just Raisin Bran with Dark Helmet's face on the front of it.
Yeah, they did a great job with where they just parodied the merchandise. I
Oh
thought-
yeah, it was. That's why Mel Brooks was. I mean, he's a comedic genius, right? He has to be. Maybe we'll get into some of his other works, which there was a lot of them that were actually really good. So I'm gonna pull.
Well, like you remember how they tried to revive Spaceballs with that limited animated series.
Yeah, so we were gonna get into that a little bit later, but maybe we could touch on it right now.
He was married twice, Phil. Okay, well, what one of his wives? What movie? With okay, I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of the lead actor's name in that movie. Dustin Hoffman. What movie is it? The lead character, Dustin Hoffman, and it's not Hook.
Oh, not Rain Man. From him.
Miracle Worker. Oh my gosh, MG.
These guys could be saying all this stuff. I don't know the answer. So I feel like
Stock Jock for the win.
I figured he was right. And what was that, Mrs. Robinson? That was Mel Brooks's wife.
His wife was
in that
Mrs.
movie?
Robinson. She
Oh,
seduced
she was Mrs. Robinson.
Oh yeah,
Dustin Hoffman. And the thing is he ends up running off with her daughter at the end. It's so weird. It's just such a weird. I mean, if you think about everything. So in Wayne's World 2, when Wayne tries to break up the marriage, he goes to that same church when he's pounding on the windows. That's from the Graduate. Thank you.
So is that the official name of the movie?
Yes.
But Mrs. Robinson is the character from the movie.
Right. That seduces
Oh, okay.
Dustin Hoffman.
MG. It's not called Mrs. Robinson. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay.
You'll have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow.
It's early. So Zod, you mentioned Spaceballs, the animated series, and I didn't know this existed until I was actually literally researching for the show. I had no clue that this was a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's not bad.
Like Phil, Jesse, did you guys know that this happened?
No.
That this was a thing?
No.
In 2008, it premiered on the G4 network. And they actually brought back Mel Brooks was lent his voice. Daphne Zuniga, Joan Rivers, even
Really?
Dom DeLuise.
Wow.
If I remember, I read that was Dom DeLuise's last acting role before he died. Was this?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, John Candy wasn't in it. Bill Pullman wasn't in it either, which I'm surprised. But it only lasted.
He was too busy doing the remake of Independence Day.
Oh God. It only lasted 13 episodes. So I guess it didn't really catch on, huh?
No, I guess not.
But in our commercial break coming up here,
G4,
we'll see a little clip of it.
Talk about a B-side G4. We all
Yeah.
watch G4, but not like every day kind of thing. Like
It only went for 13 episodes.
Yep, that's it.
So it's a very easy, it's a very easy watch. These 13, you can find these episodes online if you know where to look, and it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I was read it. It's more like adult themed. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Definitely, definitely adult themed. But yeah, I'm actually going to watch it. At least look into it because I'm just curious. To see what
Yeah,
it's all about.
definitely. You want
is G4 still a thing? Are they still?
I don't know.
No, they're not really a thing. They're kind of they
Might
kind
have been
of
before their time.
they tried to relaunch G4, but there was a lot of controversy and it didn't really work out too well.
Well, that was like a gaming channel originally, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you'd have
It might have been the first game.
Tommy Tallarico used to do reviews on there for video games and stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I streamed with Tommy Tallarico a few times. He's a pretty funny dude.
Really? Did you really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the short-lived Spaceballs, the animated series.
I forgot Dom DeLuise was he Pizza the Hut?
He was Pizza the Hut.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had.
I didn't want to ask.
I don't know what, like 6 lines of dialogue throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. Saying Spirits knows what's up. You're right, man. That's exactly what happened. I think her name was Frost, ironically.
Oh, is that right? There was some nonsense going on with that. I don't know. I didn't watch it anyways, ever usually. So. So here, I want to show you guys this too. There's a couple things in here. Speaking of Pizza the Hut.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. And so Dom DeLuise didn't play. He only lent his voice. He wasn't the guy inside the suit. But apparently the guy that was inside the suit suffered 3rd-degree burns as a result because they literally melted cheese and dumped it all over it to make it look more realistic.
No way, really?
Yeah. Mel Brooks.
I always thought that was just a special effects prop.
No,
that they created almost like an animatronic almost, and kind of
Well, it might have partly been that, but they also dumped hot artificial
insane.
melted cheese. I don't know what that means, but
that's insane.
Yeah, and
that's kind of crazy.
The guy actually quit. Whoever was in the suit, they said he quit after Brooks insisted on taking reshoots of Pizza the Hut. Basically said, "No, I'm out." Which I don't blame the guy. Geez, you're dumping melted cheese all over you.
Yeah,
you can't pay me enough to have 3rd-degree burns all over my body because I'm wearing some stupid pizza suit, man.
Mhm.
You know,
Screw that.
I would have expected that to happen like in the 30s and 40s when they didn't have much.
Right. If it was being made like right after Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
and she was
They were-
burned.
They were
Yeah.
They were
literally,
still using asbestos
hanging.
if-
They were
for
literally
snow and stuff.
hanging. They were literally hanging munchkins, and yeah, it's like give me a
Yeah.
Yeah,
break.
exactly. Yeah. I was just watching something on that witch. I can't think of her name, but yeah, she was burned twice.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember hearing something about that. Yeah, she got burned because
Yeah.
what, they were shooting like the fireball or something like that.
Yeah, well, they had copper makeup on her. That's the only way back in that day, they had to use copper infused makeup to make it green. And
Oh jeez.
yeah, all the copper in the makeup kind of like really set it on fire.
Well, this here was I think what it was the 15 mind-blowing facts you didn't know about Spaceballs. Yeah, one that poor actor in there suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns. I mean, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
The most expensive movie that Mel Brooks ever produced, which kind of makes sense with the sets and the
sets,
special effects and things like that. We already talked about that. The approval for Spaceballs was given by Star Wars Master, not Jar Jar Binks, I hope, but
When I was a kid, I think I was about 9 or 10 years old. I accidentally at a holiday barbecue, I accidentally fell on a barbecue grill, and I had 3rd degree burns on my right arm, and it took several decades for the scarring to go away.
Not
It
bad.
was horrible. And I can imagine just from my arm having that, I can imagine how horrible it must have been for that guy in that suit.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
crazy.
it was like getting
Third
dumped all
degree
over you. I
burns
mean-
all over you. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
so-
he had a lawsuit there, actually, to be honest.
right.
I mean,
I mean, Mel Brooks is lucky the guy just said, no, I'm not doing it again.
right.
And the worst part is he didn't even get his face on the movie. It's like you
Nope.
don't even know who the guy
Yeah.
is, so he had to go through it for nothing.
And I just learned by reading that it wasn't Dom DeLuise inside. I always assumed that it was, but it's not. It was just his voice. Dom DeLuise is just the
Oh.
voice. So
Dom DeLuise wasn't stupid enough to.
No,
And
they-
that's when
exactly.
he found out, he's like, no, thanks. You can get some
Yeah.
scrub in the back to come and. How about this? Various A-listers turned down the role of Lone Star.
It would have been, wouldn't it have been kind of poetic if they had somehow been able to convince Harrison Ford to come in and play Lone Star?
That
Wouldn't that have been ridiculous?
Yep. I mean, heck, even seeing Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks there, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right, even though they're more famous than Bill Pullman. But I think Bill Pullman did a great job as Lone Star.
Yeah, it's always that way. If the movie
Mhm.
made it, then it's the stars were
Yeah,
good in
I
it,
guess. Right.
Well, you can't picture anyone else doing it. That's
No. you
it's a
can't
great
at all.
cast.
That was like back in All in the Family. Carol O'Connor was supposed to. It was actually supposed to be Mickey Rooney playing his role, and I don't think that would have ever worked.
As Archie Bunker?
Yeah, Mickey Rooney was supposed to have it.
Oh wow,
They would have flopped with him.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
think anybody would have taken Mickey Rooney seriously in that role.
No. What was he like 4'2" or something like that?
But Robin Williams could have been Lone Star. I could see that kind of.
A young Robin Williams could have played it.
How about this?
Young fit Robin Williams. Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be called Planet Moron.
Oh wow.
I had no idea.
That,
about
that
it.
actually should be another. That actually should be another parody.
Yeah, that could be just a separate.
That could be
Mel
the
Brooks
sequel.
movie.
Right. There's a separate movie, Planet Moron. Yeah.
And like what all movies like what they parodied. What Wizard of Oz they parodied that, Planet of the Apes, obviously Star Wars, Star Trek, Aliens, and that scene in the end. I mean, there's probably a lot more in there that I'm not even thinking of that was all part of
2001.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it in a while. I'm gonna have to watch it. It's been a long time since
Prequels
I've seen it.
inspired Spaceballs, the animated series. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? Because the what was it? The Clone Wars cartoon show was out probably around that time.
Yeah, and if you look at the animation style, it's very similar to
Yes,
the Clone
exactly.
Wars, not the Clone Wars that came out that we know, the computer animated Clone Wars.
Right.
We're talking about the hand drawn animated ones that they did when the
Which is
prequels.
now considered non-canon, right? That's part of the old canon.
And it's terrible because it's actually a really good animated series. Those little shorts. Yeah, maybe you could like somehow port those shorts over to your channel, Mike Worley. I mean,
it's kind of my thing.
yeah, could work.
How many shorts do you do? It's hard to tell. Like when we open up our YouTube app, and you see all these shorts. How many shorts do you do? Are you doing one a day?
I did for a while there. Kind of the last few weeks, probably because of the holidays and stuff, it's slowed up a little bit. But yeah, so if you see something completely random, chances are my name's on it. See, this I didn't know either. I do have. Damn it! I should have brought it down here. I do own Spaceballs, the movie novelization.
I had that as a kid,
but I don't think I realized that R.L. Stine was the one that wrote it. Maybe I did know that.
It's a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Exactly
I mean, I was big into the Goosebumps books back in the 90s. That was like a big thing. I had,
the Mandela effect. He probably wasn't the original author. He is now though.
Yeah, because it says right here, novelization by I don't know if you could read it. Jovial Bob Stone or Bob Stein. Okay, I can't read either. I guess that would be him.
But before he became famous.
Yeah. Okay. It says right here, wasn't a household name yet. They wouldn't be, because the Goosebumps wouldn't be released until 95. Okay. There's no merchandising. Yep. So they just stole Transformers instead. So I'm surprised they were able to get away with that. Slapping their name on.
Probably because it's parody.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually trying to, use copyrighted Transformers material as Transformers.
Right. Yeah, I guess so.
So that would be like the parody loophole.
How about this guy? Remember Michael Winslow?
Oh, of course.
From Police Academy.
Yeah.
I just saw something on him that he said that was filmed over a giant swimming pool most of the movie.
What movie?
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm. I'm on this mental floss site, and there's 14 facts.
It was filmed over a swimming pool?
Yeah, the same spot where the Yellow Brick Road was in The Wizard of Oz. So it was the same set at the MGM.
Oh, wow. That's why the guy got burned. Wow. Jeez. Don't go to that site.
No, seriously.
Insanity. Just wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. Apparently he saved them over $1,000 in production costs because of his ability to produce special effects and sound effects on his own.
Yeah, he made a whole living out of that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He kind of fell off the face of the earth, though, didn't he?
Actually, I felt sorry for him because he was on what's that show with where everybody tries to come out and do oh my God. What's that show where everybody tries to be a star on it?
Was it like a current show?
Yeah.
You mean like American Idol or something like that?
No,
or
that other one. I
America's
can't
Got
think of it.
Talent?
America's Got Talent. Yeah, he came out on that. Yeah.
About?
He came on America's Got Talent, and he's like an old guy, and he just did his whole shtick, and I was like, oh, that's sad. He's like going on America's Got Talent now.
What's I can't Loaded Weapon 1 gamer fridge. I'm gonna look. I can't think of what that is.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys now. All of a sudden, it just went.
I didn't know that was him in that movie. Well, no, that's Samuel L. Jackson, isn't it?
I'll try to lip read as best as I can.
You really can't hear? Hello?
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Who can't hear? Mike can't hear?
Technical difficulties on Nostalgia Power.
Oh God, it's all crashing.
You got a
down
great
now.
cliffhanger planned here.
There's a reason for that saying.
We need Mike to be able to read our
If they
lips.
don't get fed into the algorithm once, try again.
Uh-oh.
I'm still not hearing anybody right now.
No. That Mike Worley, I tell you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
He is.
Boy, I tell
he
you.
is a scumbag. Like, oh my God, guys. Jeez. What are we even
This
doing?
Be a great
here?
short, so Mike can rewatch this. And he's talking, he'll just like zoom in on his face.
What are we even doing here,
Be right
Mike?
back.
That scumbag.
Oh, we're going away. We're going away.
Uh-oh. Someone's got to take the lead here. Jesse, it's on you.
We're still here.
Yeah,
All
so that's Spaceballs. What a movie.
So what about those holiday deals, PD7? What's going on,
what's
bro?
going on?
Yeah, they're everywhere. And the thing is it doesn't go away. Like you had the Black Friday, you had the Cyber Monday, but they still are going to run stuff for the rest of the month. You know, there's always, because they got to sell. They got to sell all this stuff. What I'm shocked about is arcade one-ups aren't really liquidated right now. It's weird. They're sitting on the inventory.
That company is toilet bowl bound.
I don't even know. I haven't been following any of it, so I don't know anything that's going on with any of this stuff.
How are you playing the games lately? Are you spending any time in the arcade, Jesse?
No, because we've had so much going on with things, you know.
Wait, so your arcade has just been sitting
Collecting
there
dust,
all lit up,
I think
collecting
a lot of
dust,
our
Jesse?
arcades that
for the last couple of months, yeah.
Hey, Mike got a black one. So yeah, so Mike's got the Robotron shirt. I have the Robotron shirt, so that's cool.
I'm wearing a Mortal Kombat 3 t-shirt, an old one with the
Nice.
Oh, is that what we're doing now? Okay. I'm
Mortal
wearing a Pac-Man.
I don't know. Oh, you got a Pac-Man tattoo, Jesse? You show it?
Yeah,
to
I'm
us?
gonna get it right on my shoulder.
It's on your. No, I thought it was on your left ass cheek.
Well, it's kind of. It looks like Pac-Man, that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it's on my right.
You got to go get it touched up now because it's been a while.
I got to get it recolored. Yeah.
Yeah, Gamer Fridge, right? I know what movie you're talking about, Gamer Fridge. That's a good one. I couldn't think of it for a second.
You know, Jesse. Somebody asked I'm on that show with Steps Gaming on Fridays, and somebody did mention when you and I are gonna start doing our show. You know, where we talk about
everything.
Our nothing is everything show. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. I said we're gonna do it one of these days. We're gonna figure it out.
We can do it. Yeah, we'll have to R-rate it though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why MG? What's wrong with Pac-Man panties? You have something against?
Guys, I don't know what the
Pac-Man
hell's going on here. I still can't hear any of you.
Mike Worley's in his own little bubble right now.
Yeah.
At least we can hear Mike.
Yeah.
The important thing
We
here.
can hear your voice,
You guys
Mike
cool for
Worley.
like 3 minutes?
What happened?
I might have to like restart my whole computer because I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back.
All right.
To be continued. Maybe something happened when he was pulling up the windows and
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
watch the copyrights.
I've come to talk to you.
They're already on Mike as it is. So episode 1, what season would we call this? Season 2.1?
Yeah, I guess.
Is this
3?
actually season 2?
I think we started season 2 a little early. We kind of, because when we went from Saturdays to the nighttime to the prime time.
Yeah, the night experiment that didn't work.
Should have just kept it. That's on me. Moving it to Saturday, moving it to at night. Saturdays, that's how the show's.
What I love about it being such a Saturday thing is it's an effort. It's an effort for everybody involved. If you're watching it or if you're a part of it, you have to be awake. You know, you can't. It's like, hey, listen, it's a small window, just like Saturday morning cartoons.
It's true. It takes a little bit extra work to kind of pull out of that bed.
At least the East Coast, it's how is it for you, Jesse? At a 10 o'clock start, is that better than like a 9 a.m. for you?
It doesn't really matter. It's all the same to me. You mean in the morning? If it would be a better
like
time in the morning?
because it's for Zod and me, it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true. That's right.
When you look at Johnny Blaze, it was 5, so it's like 5:34 in Hawaii, and he's watching. That's crazy. Jay, what time is
Wow.
it in Canada right now? I'm guessing it's going to be later. I'm guessing Canada's going to be later than where we're at. Jesse doesn't sleep because his house is haunted.
There's a little behind that, yeah.
Well, you know, he's
Right,
got
it's 9 a.m.
to he's got to
Yeah.
sleep eventually, haunted or not, or he wouldn't be alive. So it's sort of like, you know,
Well, after a while, you get used to it.
yeah, you get used to it, and you got to
Yeah,
just sort of say, well, you got to go sometime. Good night.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Doors slamming doesn't bother me anymore.
Jesse's got guts. I mean, look behind him. Look at those masks.
I think that's what did it. I grew up around all this horror crap, so I got used to it.
Yeah. I mean, you were the guy that found the, you know, that found the, you know, the Hellraiser cube. You found it buried somewhere next to a dead dog, and
Yeah.
you were just from there. This is how you became.
You know, that was one horror movie I didn't really care for. I didn't care for Pinhead.
Yeah, me either, Jesse.
I just
Me
didn't
either.
care for that one.
Rather boring, I always thought.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they were in the same set the entire movie. Like it was always the same room.
Right. Well, because they were made so god awfully cheap. That's the thing. It's like they wanted to save money so bad that it was all, let's stay in the same room.
The last time I heard that guy that played Pinhead, he lives out in Pennsylvania somewhere. So he lives. He does. He has like a little house in Pennsylvania.
If you remember that Star Trek movie where Picard became the Borg, and his son was like, was that Star Trek Nemesis? It was one of the last ones. That was like the same room. The entire movie was like the most boring Star Trek movie, and it was this. It reminded me of Hellraiser, how they were
even like the lighting and stuff was similar to Hellraiser. Like they took all kinds of cues
I didn't
from
like
it.
that.
I totally get what you're saying. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Welcome
God.
back.
We couldn't.
Wow.
Bad guy.
On Nostalgia Power today, we have Mike Worley.
Yeah. Special
guest.
Wearing a Spaceballs hooded sweatshirt.
God, it wouldn't be a Nostalgia Power stream if I didn't have some sort of.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, at least
technological
think about it this way, Mike.
issue.
At least you didn't have to take the stream down. You know, at least you didn't.
Yeah.
No, I almost kicked my monitor. So.
And don't worry, we were saying all nice things about you.
Yeah,
right.
Went off as soon as I left.
Mind you, the actor from Hellraiser, Pinhead, lives in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You never know. He could be your next door neighbor.
I know. Causing havoc. I look exhausted after that reboot. It was exhausting.
I like how your sign is like you hunt it perfectly.
I tried to, because I don't like that long cable that runs down. So I was like, I got to put it.
So do you just unplug that?
Like 4-hole bulkhead up there.
Looks awesome.
Again, like the intro crawl, it wasn't perfectly centered, so I had to.
Are you unplugging that after the show?
Yeah, it comes down because the dog or the kid, it would be down anyways. This show just got 25% better now. Well, since I'm back, I mean, geez, I feel dumb going right.
I sent you something in the private chat to look at, Mike.
Yeah, I don't have that link up anymore.
Here, let me do it again here. Yeah, let me do it again here. Here you go. There you go.
That's actually true. I did just turn 41.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, maybe that's part of
Yeah.
it. It's just age is finally catching up to me.
That's it.
Serge, what's going on, man? Good to see you back
Hey,
too.
Serge.
Up, Surge.
Surge. Man, we got the whole
Yeah.
crew. I told you, Mike, it'd be like we never left. I knew it. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, Gamer Fridge, you're right. Sometimes the worst part is though, if you're by yourself. I mean, if you have issues when you're by yourself, you're kind of SOL. But I got 3 world-class talents here that, thank God, helped just make it seamless.
World class. Remember that when you're signing the checks.
Such a great
World
show.
class.
Yeah,
It's
when I'm
such a great show, Mike. Hey, it's wonderful.
said it wouldn't be nostalgia power if I wasn't having technical issues. So we'll see. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna pull this up right away, Zod. How did I not know this existed?
I didn't know it existed either, Mike. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I got to send this to Mike.
It's perfect.
Oh my God.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Now
There
we
we
can.
go. There we go. There's audio now. Yeah, it looks like one of those really like one of those Game Boy Color RPGs.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, it does.
Almost has like a kind of a Pokemon feel to it, although it's not overhead. Look, there it is. So, did somebody make this then?
I believe there's I believe there's an official one for the Commodore 64. Hold on. See if I can pull up the official one. Hold on.
This is pretty awesome. They're combing the desert. My God. I would 100% buy this. We have to look into this a little bit more. Like, if this is a full game, if you could play it somewhere, or if they sell it in cartridge form.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Hey, happy future birthday, Ralphie.
Yeah. 18 months.
On the 18th of this month. He'll be
Oh,
49.
18th. I was going to say 18 months.
Oh, he'll be 49.
Awesome,
super
Ralphie.
chat still. No, Zero. I'm still in YouTube timeout. I think I'm in YouTube prison, actually.
Yeah,
He's
you're in the
prison.
I was gonna say he's in like the Star Trek, that Klingon penal colony,
Yeah.
Aurora Pente. He's not getting out.
No.
YouTube is very, very angry at Mike.
Yeah, just that intro that we had today. I'm sure that will. I'm sure I'll get some sort of something for that. Another slap on the wrist. But you know what? Screw him, right?
I mean, you actually spent money on that intro, Mike. So
yeah. Well, and if I just sat there and quit being so hyperactive and took my time, it would have only cost me $10. But
So you spent 30?
at least 40 or 50. Dude, I re-edited it like 4 times. Because once you download it, that's it. You paid for it. It's over. And I'm like, oh, I could do better than this.
Also, so they give you an opportunity to like re-edit as long as you don't download.
Yeah, as long as you don't download.
But once you download, then
you have to pay for the download. Yeah. And I was sitting there out on the street before work one morning because I couldn't get into the building I was trying to get into. And I'm just sitting there writing this all up and everything. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And later in the day, I read it again. I'm like, nope. First off, there was typographical errors in it, which can't have. Then I wanted to change the stories. Yeah, it was just typical nonsense.
Let me show you
So speaking of Spaceballs, the video game. Hold on.
So Mike is wearing pants, so that if anyone...
Here's another Etsy find right here. So I don't know what game this is. It's not a real game, but
have you ever you never put it in the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I did. It's like NFL Quarterback Club 94. It's like one of the cheapest games that they make. And I bought one for the NES. I have an NES cart too.
Well, remember it was the no merchandising clause. That's probably why we never got a real official.
Yeah, right. But this is just good shelf decoration. It's Spaceballs, the Super Spaceballs, because it's on Super Nintendo.
And again, it would be parodying all the Super Star Wars games that were on Super Nintendo. You had all,
Those are my favorite Star Wars games.
Very good, very, very hard games, but they were.
I love them.
Yeah.
Maddeningly hard games. Yes.
That's funny. Yeah, there's proof that I am wearing pants.
I'm wearing pants too, saying spirits. I mean, we're all wearing pants. Well, Jesse might not be. But...
No.
All right. Well, let's go to a quick commercial and then we'll come back. And then I have a couple more things I want to share with you guys.
Alrighty then.
And now, this message.
Saturday on the Hub Family Movie, an evil empire, an innocent princess, and a reluctant hero in a classic of American cinema.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Spaceballs. What? Starring Mel Brooks, Rick Moranis, and John Candy.
Gimme Paul.
Spaceballs. Check your very own local listings. Only on the Hub Network.
Everybody got that?
More stars. This is a really big picture. You don't understand? I need more stars. Where's that Milky Way I ordered? What's the matter with you people? Hi. I'm Mel Brooks. I'm making a teaser trailer for my brand new motion picture, Spaceballs, the movie. It's going to be playing all across America next summer. I'd like you to play this teaser trailer in some of your better, bigger theaters. I'd like you to play it at the candy counter. That's where everybody hangs out. Anyway, it's a terrific teaser trailer. Why don't we take a look at it together? Space? Just space? Where are the bolts? Now you got it. Right! At last, Spaceballs, the movie. Coming June 26th to a very big theater near you.
So that was the animated series. So we're still here. We didn't get shut down.
Not yet. No, that's about 4 copyright strikes.
I kind of thinking we would be. Yeah, I mean, thank God there's nothing from Jefferson Starship in that.
My gosh!
You thought you were in YouTube jail now. You see what happens next.
Yeah, lock me up and throw away the key after that. Now, it wasn't so much the movie trailers I was worried about. Is that intro to the cartoon show? Those things, I've gotten into trouble doing that kind of stuff too, using theme songs or even pictures and images and stuff like that. That just YouTube's kind of they're kind of ridiculous, but whatever. How did the princess up by a factor of 10 in that cartoon? So it's Spaceballs. One thing, we didn't talk about was the Millennium Falcon had a cameo in that. Did you know that?
No.
I think I had that when I had that list pulled up. When I had to do restart, I lost everything. But anyways, there was a shot at the very, very end of the movie, like at the very end when they're in that diner and they recreate the scene from Aliens where the alien bursts out of that dude's chest.
Yeah.
As they're panning over, sure as hell, the Millennium Falcon is sitting right there on the space dock.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't think I honestly didn't
have
notice it
have
either.
to look for that next time and watch the movie.
Yep, it is definitely 100% there.
What are ways to watch Spaceballs in 2024? Is it on anything?
That's a good question. Yeah, well, yeah, you could do it that way. But yeah, I'm sure it's got to be on one of the streaming networks.
We're gonna have to pay Amazon $2.99. Apple TV,
or you might already have it. Yeah, or you might already have it in your digital library and on Amazon or some other platform.
Might be a good movie to watch tonight.
It's always that's one of those movies where if I catch it on TV somewhere, it's
you have to drop the remote movie.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to find there it is, an image of the Millennium Falcon sitting there. Because I watched the movie for years and I never knew that it was there. It just happened so quick. Did it come up?
Oh my! Yeah, you see that?
There it is.
They circled it on that. Yep.
Well, you know what that is?
There's Lone Stars, the Winnebago.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's because of well, that's also because he cooperated with George Lucas. Right. You see, so that.
Yeah, it's only on screen for maybe 2 seconds or something like that, and if you're not looking for it, yeah, you probably wouldn't even notice it. This is cool. A good show. You watched Spaceballs before you discovered Star Wars. You're probably sitting there going, "What the hell is this Star Wars parody of this Spaceballs movie?" So we'll just go. I'm going to go over a couple other Mel Brooks' movies real quick and get your guys' opinion on it.
Let's give a favorite. We'll give a favorite all-time Mel Brooks movie. We'll finish with that.
Okay, mine would be obviously Spaceballs, but some of the other good ones. How about Young Frankenstein?
Yeah, I got to go Young Frankenstein. That's just it. It's a classic. That might have been my first Mel Brooks movie I ever watched.
Yep. Blazing Saddles, another good one. You guys.
Life Stinks.
Yeah, that's a great movie. You know what, MG? I might actually do that if I could figure it out, though. You know, this is going to have to be something that takes place after the show. Robin Hood Men in Tights. I think somebody had commented that earlier.
MG,
that's up there on my list.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd see this because
Life Stinks.
That'd be a good episode 2.
What's that?
Men in Tights.
The Men in Tights. Yeah, I don't want to.
MG's onto something.
Yes, that's what I figured. Like we'll touch on these real quick because these also they may warrant further diving into. Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Was that one that I didn't really? That was the one with Leslie Nielsen, right, in the 90s. You guys ever seen that?
That one I never seen.
No. Know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
No.
But not 60 Minutes of Men in Tights. So Phil, you said which one would be your favorite out of all?
Young Frankenstein, just because of the memories watching it with my dad.
Jesse, you're nodding your head.
I'd have to go with Young Frankenstein. Yeah.
So what do you think?
Life
Stinks. Paws of Fury. I don't even.
You know, I told my daughter one time, you got to watch the original Frankenstein movie. You know, I try and get her to watch all these old movies
from like the 30s.
A monster version.
Yeah, the Boris Karloff version, right? So she went over her girlfriend's house one night and they watched it, and she comes back home and she says to me, "I watched Frankenstein. It was the stupidest movie I ever seen." I said, "Which one did you watch?" She said, "I don't know. It was like Young Frankenstein, it was called." I said, that's not a Frankenstein movie. That was just a parody of it. She thought that was the actual movie.
Well, I mean, James Gunn just recently parodied the Frankenstein story in his most recent idiotic his idiotic start to the DCU with Creature Commandos. You want to talk about a horrible parody of the Frankenstein story? Check that crap out.
Oh yeah, I just learned of that.
Wow,
Creature Commandos thing, and I thought of you, Zod, because James Gunn is okay.
James Gunn just continues.
I love it. He hates the guy so much.
To like you know, nothing gets me more angry than James Gunn, but it's awesome because I'm gonna beat James Gunn. No, I'm not parodying Superman at all. One Punch Man is a serious superhero film. You guys have no idea. It is going to be serious. It's awesome, and it's going to blow.
When's your
And give us
release date?
Yes.
July 11th of next year.
And there is a special reason for that, you said, right?
Yeah, because that's the same day that Superman is coming out.
Going head to head with Superman.
I'm going head to head with Superman.
Who's playing Superman? Is maybe a stupid question.
David Corn Sweat.
Yeah, Corn Sweat.
Cornball.
Yeah. Corn Sweat.
Maybe surprised to know that I have no clue who that even is.
Nobody knows who he is.
He's a Walmart version of Henry Cavill, basically.
Oh,
Walmart version.
I don't know if I'm going to come down on the actor as much as the costume. The suit is horrible.
Phil, you're 100% right.
It looks like a rubber suit.
Again, he looks like he's
Batman's
like a Henry Cavill. He's like a Henry Cavill clone, but the suit that they gave him, it just looks just horrid. Like, I don't know how that's, again, costumes. The Halloween.
Did you see Guy Gardner?
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh God, talk about an eyesore.
Now, he does look like a Walmart Henry Cavill.
Yeah. There were all kinds of memes when he was cast where they had pictures of Henry Cavill and they had pictures of him side by side, and they would have Henry Cavill as like the expensive version, and then next to Henry Cavill there'd be Timu.
Look, I don't even like that Superman logo.
Yeah, that logo is horrible. That logo is a riff on the Kingdom Come look. But here's the thing. They already did that in their CW TV show when they brought back Brandon Routh, and he had the Kingdom Come.
See, you look at it from the back here, and it kind of resembles
the 52.
Christopher Reeves.
The 52, except the 52 has a black S on the cape.
Okay.
And the
50 collar.
It's the 52 collar. It's the new
right.
52
I don't mind
collar.
the collar, but this thing is so loose on him.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
Look, I didn't like the Henry
got
Cavill
better.
Superman logo at first, but you just get used to it.
It grew on me
Michael
a little
Keaton.
bit.
It has a different bottom on the movies are going to look different, but this suit is just everything about it.
It's just horrible.
So this is going to be just a new.
There's no detail on it whatsoever. It just looks the worst.
They have destroyed.
This is like a new universe Superman.
Yeah, it's like a brand new. Well, it's a brand new cinematic universe except for James Gunn stuff. Anything that James Gunn did prior is canon to this. Because he's bringing back his Peacemaker cartoon, and he's doing, his TV show, and the events of his Suicide Squad movie actually happened.
There could be 1,000 different universes with DC, though. So
I know, and then they're just going to be confused. You
can't
can't
have
have
mind
10 different universes going all at once at the same time.
Yeah, pure trash.
Is that really the finished suit? Because
that's the suit.
Because there's other pictures of him with a different suit on, unless they were just fan-made ones.
Oh, that's
the one that Mike showed. That's the suit. That's the the Party City.
Party City, yeah.
Halloween.
Spirits.
I guess if we go in open-minded and try to give it a chance, like I had mixed feelings on the Batman Cape Crusader, and it turned out to be good. They did things. They changed.
Yeah, it's Superman. All right, I'm going to at least give it. Zod, I knew there would be no way you would ever give it a chance, and that's fine. Oh
my God, I'll tell you right now. I know that this movie is going to be bad because he started his DCU with Creature Commandos. How do you launch your cinematic universe with a stupid, horny cartoon?
Barf!
It's terrible.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll give it a watch just because it's Superman. They
cannot get a movie. They cannot get a DC movie right since Man of Steel. Okay, Justice League, the Snyder cut, yes, but
that would have been right. We've discussed that at length.
We need you to make the DC right again. You're going to have to just take this into your hands
At some point I will. I mean, because I think this One Punch Dad movie is going to launch my filmmaking career. So we'll see.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Zero. Like maybe the actor will be. Maybe he will play a good Superman. I mean, hell, dude, I thought Ben Affleck was going to be a terrible Batman, and I actually didn't think he was that bad.
Oh, Ben
He's
Affleck.
Zod's favorite Batman.
Ben Affleck embodies the role, man. He got
I'd take Michael Keaton, but yeah, I actually thought Ben Affleck was a pretty good. He played an excellent Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. And again, too, I love Michael Keaton as well. You see, I've loved all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just at the point now where I don't trust James Gunn. I think James Gunn is the worst possible guy for this job.
Guardians, he nailed it. Like that's
yeah,
something
but
I know it's different. It's a different thing.
He just keeps remaking Guardians over and over again.
I know.
Even
that
Creature
worked for that
even Creature
certain
Commandos
group of characters.
Even Creature Commandos, you could literally swap out the Creature Commandos characters with the Guardians characters, and you wouldn't have to change much. It's a one-trick pony.
Got one more thing I want to show you. This is totally unrelated to everything. It's going to be a new thing I might do whenever we stream. It's going to be the random YouTube clip of the week.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're bringing it back from the past, console fanboy. You showed up at just the right time. We're just getting ready to sign off the air. There's one thing, like I said, you guys need to explain to me what the hell is going on in this clip because I can't figure it out. Has anybody ever seen this? Let's just take a watch.
What the? What was going on there?
It was like that little kid that got ran over by that reminds me of the little kid that got ran over by the car. And then he gets up and you just see him walking from underneath the car. It reminds me of how the hell did he survive?
Guy, that clip was so bizarre, and I don't know why it got recommended, but I'm glad that it did. I was laughing way harder than I probably should have been. And I watched it probably 15 times over and over again. It just made no sense at all. I'm like, all right, I got to share this with everybody.
It was perfect music for that clip.
Yeah. It's like, okay, perfect. The guy in the middle of the street, you're waiting for him to do something, and he's just standing there the whole time while this car pulling a horse buggy crashes. The guy falls. I'm like, is this even real?
Oh my gosh!
This one is Zod's AI.
Yeah, that's what it looks
like. It's the end of the show, MG. Be happy that I kept this thing on the rails.
Yeah.
Be happy that the show came back.
Right. But I lost audio in the middle and everything. It was it could have been a total train wreck, but we salvaged it. And guys,
what's nostalgia power without some technical
exactly right. I mean, my computer's from 1995, guys. So
yeah,
there is a scumbag moment coming up. Had to pull up all the old clips. But anyways, guys, we're gonna call it. It's been about an hour. I can hear my wife and kid are back, so I'm sure they have something.
Reality sets in. Oh,
so
we all gave our favorite. Mel Brooks movies.
Yep.
What's everyone doing the rest of the day? What's your plan?
I have kitchen work to finish. I have handles to put on all our new cabinets and everything. So. And it's not as easy as it sounds because I have to lay out and drill every single hole. So everything's got to be perfect. Because if I don't do it right, then I'm going to have a hole in these brand new cabinets. So, yeah, I got that. Got that to do. Phil, where are you headed to? I'm sure you got.
I'm going
to do you don't have to tell us, but you could be surprised.
No, I got some house stuff to do, and I'll probably get out and just because I did a review last night, I'm going to run out and just. I like to do the vlogs. Like I like to go places.
Oh yeah, the Mega Man Evercade.
I throw that stuff out there just to kind of change it up. But yeah, I'll run out later.
You like the vlogging aspect, far better.
The review process. There's so much setup that's involved. It's just it takes for the simplest thing. It takes a long time.
Zod, Jesse, got any big plans?
I got some.
today?
I got some One Punch Dan stuff I'm working on today, so I'll be busy on that today.
Yeah, that's good. Jesse, what about you? Any snow out your way? Did you guys get hit pretty hard?
No, we just missed that. It was just
Really?
north of us. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Did you guys get it?
We did. Yeah, I got a couple inches the other night, and
it's my sister-in-law. She got
it did.
Out by you.
It's been in the 20s ever since. So, yeah, I had to go out and salt the driveway, even though tomorrow it's going to be in the 50s again.
Yeah, so feel like sprained for a couple of days.
Yep.
This will be a good weekend.
Well, okay, gentlemen, thank you for taking time out of your day and hanging out today, and for everybody in the chat too. I appreciate you all coming back and
it's good to see everybody
hanging out with us. And I don't think we're going to do this every single week. This may end up turning into a bi-weekly thing, or like a whenever we have time kind of thing. But just stay tuned. I will definitely promote. I mean, and if I get the itch, who knows? Maybe I'll jump on by myself and you can watch me struggle through computer issues for an hour. So
thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yes,
right,
thank you, and we'll see. Here comes another incoming copyright strike. So we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
All right, guys.